wondered before I started doing this show if the heated debates that take place here actually carry on during the commercial breaks, and they do. We've just been having a big row about the favourite Bond film, and yours was the George Lazenby one.
I'm afraid
but that was the flop.
I'm one of the few people who thinks On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the best Bond. I think it was about a time in my life, you know, I was young, and it was the first time I'd seen a full Bond film.
All right.
And it really had...
It was your first time,
it was my first time, exactly,
okay.
Richard.
What
and it really had an impact on me.
What was yours?
Do you know what? I can only remember snippets from Christmas. I don't think I ever sat through a full one.
Oh, OK.
Although I do quite like... I called it Quantum Leap. It's not Quantum Leap. That was a completely different... Quantum of Solace. But Casino Royale, I think, was my favourite.
Okay.
I like that one. The more recent ones I've really got into.
And then we asked Richard,
yes,
which
exactly.
is your favourite Bond film?
This big debate we've got today.
And this is what happened. Richard, what did you tell us?
I've never seen one.
Never.
I think I might have seen Goldfinger when I was a kid, but that's it. Although we did interview Roger Moore once, and we showed a clip from his...
It would have been
was that
awkward if you'd said I'd never seen one of the films.
I've never seen any of the George Bond films, the James Bond films. But listen, very quickly, we were interviewing, did I just say? Roger Moore. And we showed that clip of him in one of his ones, where he's falling through the sky and fighting for a parachute with the guy with the steel teeth.
Yes,
and he wins. And we cut out of it, and I said to him, he's so funny guy, I said to him, that was a great clip, that was a great scene. He said, yeah, I just wish I'd been there.
Oh,
fantastic.
He was
anyway,
honest.
the new Bond movie, it's called No Time to Die, we all know that, is finally being released, coming out at the end of the month, because COVID delayed it, as Daniel Craig appears for the very, very final time as 007. So, who will be next? Who will take over? Could or should James Bond be played by a female actress?
Well, Daniel Craig doesn't think so. The actor says women deserve their own roles which haven't been written for men. Is he right? Or should Bond follow Doctor Who and cast a woman in the role? Joining us now to discuss this, former Bond girl, actress Valerie Leon, who doesn't understand why a woman would even want to be Bond. And from Los Angeles, actress Didi Conn, best known as Frenchie from Grease, of course, who thinks, why not? Let's redefine Bond and cast a woman. So, Didi, tell us why Daniel Craig is wrong and you're right.
Well, you know, women have evolved from the time this whole wonderful sequence of fabulous Bond movies. They've evolved to be independent, strong. Not that they weren't always, but their roles, he's right, Daniel Craig, there should be more roles for women, but James Bond, Janie Bond, or Jamie Bond could be a woman. You know, I mean, No Time to Die. Well, there's never a time in a woman's life to take time out to dye, you know, I mean, to dye her hair. She's busy. She's out there. She's in the midst of everything and strong. So why couldn't she be Bond?
All right, well, let's...
You know, and also, women bond better than men.
Yeah.
Get it?
OK, you make a powerful case. Let's go over to Valerie then. Valerie, I suppose, you know, in the era where we've got someone like Jodie Comer playing a female assassin, it isn't beyond the bounds of possibility that you could have a deadly and very, very classy secret agent who happens to be a woman. Why are you so against it?
I'm very much against it because Ian Fleming would turn in his grave if Bond was a woman. However, having said that, we do have in the latest film Lashana Lynch, who has been given the 007 title from MI6. So you are going to see a woman, but she's not going to be Bond. We've still got James Bond, I hope. But I know there is going to be a very strong woman in the latest film, No Time to Die.
You see... Go on.
I was going to say, Didi, I wonder whether Daniel Craig, you know, has got it right in that, actually, if you want strong roles for women, you write strong roles for women rather than cast a woman in a role that was written for a man.
Exactly.
Didi?
Exactly. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to have a woman as James Bond or Jane Bond, as people say. It's not what we want. You know, I know the world's changing, but it's really not for the better.
Well, I don't personally have the slightest objection to it, partly because I don't watch James Bond movies, but I don't have an objection to the overarching principle. But it does seem odd that a quintessentially male fictional figure should suddenly have a sex change. It just seems a little bit contrary. Didi, just round this off for us. What do you say to that? That
Well,
actually... Go on.
Well, I just think that you know, she could be. Look, we women watch the movies because he's so sexy, right? Well, if Jane Bond had men that were sexy, that's good for the women. Well, maybe she's bisexual in 2021. So you'll see sexy women too, and sexy men. And then she goes and gets the enemy because she's got this secret women, you know, this Bond woman in her, you know.
Valerie's shaking her head at that. Valerie, I just want to... Yeah? Go ahead.
No, I just think it's all crazy. I just think it's all crazy, really. We love James Bond, and that's what Ian Fleming gave us, and that's what Ian Productions have given us for the last 60-odd years, and that's how it should stay.
I suppose it would be more logical if it was a transgender Bond. If Bond actually changed sex, that would work in a logical sense, wouldn't it? That could happen.
Valerie, those were your pictures from back in the day. Did they bring back good memories for you? I'd have to say you haven't changed a bit, by the way.
Sorry. Thank you. Well, I don't know which pictures you're referring to, actually.
Well, they're film stills from your moments. It strikes me that Daniel Craig saying it shouldn't be a woman, surely Daniel Craig knows at this stage who they're thinking of casting as the next Bond.
Yes.
So I wonder whether he's sort of shifted
Backing
his
away.
positions like, oh, you know, let's write a strong role, you know, but let's keep James Bond as a man.
As well as getting
because it's an insight into the casting.
Getting some
anyway,
valuable
Didi
PR
and
for the
Valerie,
film as well.
thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day. And speaking of good days, it's going to be a nice one, I think. Did you say we got a poll?
We've done a vote
We've
on
done a
this.
poll.
Yes.
OK, here's
Should
what
it
you
be
think.
James Bond or Jane Bond? Let's have a look.
Jane, do you agree?
Our audience doesn't want to see any
change.
change. I think that's what we can establish from that.